Hi, I'm Christine Venus. I'm your astrologer. So this week we're going to just a quick video, I hope. I've already recorded this once. No sound, issues with my Yeti again. Mercury retrograde. I should have known better. Anyway, so let's go again. I'll try and make it quicker since I've already had a practice round now. I just want to talk to you about the total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, full moon, that's happening tomorrow. So the 16th of May, it's happening on maybe that's the 15th in certain areas of the world where you are, but for me it's the 16th of May. So let's go through what eclipses mean quickly. So a lunar eclipse is when the Earth's shadow blocks the sun, which normally would reflect the moon. So that's what creates that full moon. So we've got the sun up here in Taurus, and we've got the moon down here in Scorpio. They're an opposite. So the sun is illuminating, shining its light on the moon. And the Earth's shadow blocks that. So, and that's what creates the eclipse. So the point where the moon intersects with the ecliptic. Now, the solar eclipse, which we had 2 weeks ago in Taurus, that is when the moon passes over the sun, causing a solar eclipse. So that solar eclipse, I have a video on that. So if you didn't see that, you can watch that, because that energy is going to play out for the next 6 months, as well as this one here that we're having with the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. So normally with eclipses, we'll have the lunar eclipse first, which is all about the releasing, the letting go and making space, so that when the solar eclipse comes, we can allow that new energy to come in. We've got room, and so we've made that space for it to come into our lives, basically. So an eclipse may not always affect you. They happen every 6 months, and the nodes change signs every 18 months. So it may not affect you. It just depends on whether it's hitting something specific in your chart or not. And then it will have a specific effect on the energy in your life, basically. So the North Node, which is that solar eclipse that we had 2 weeks ago, is what we're moving towards, what we're heading towards. It's part of our destiny. It's our future. It's part of what we're going to learn and grow into this lifetime. Now, the South Node is what we're releasing, letting go of, moving away from. It's a part of us that it's all the skills and abilities and knowledge and learning and everything that we've done in a past life and brought into this life. So we use that energy to move towards our North Node, but it's a part of releasing and not relying and being too stuck and comfortable in that area of our life, and moving towards the North Node area of our life and stepping into that and growing and learning into that energy, basically. So this is collectively where the eclipses, where the nodes are that are causing this. But then we have our own personal nodes in our chart as well that we can reflect on and see how they play out in our life. So these ones affect us in the areas of our life depending on our own personal chart as to where they're hitting. So if you don't know, you need to know your rising sign. You can get that by either going to astro.com, booking a reading with me, or joining my Discord and pulling up your chart in the chart bot. Then you can work out your rising sign. I'm not going to go through each sign in this video, so either comment in the description your rising sign and I'll give you a quick rundown of what areas of your life it's happening for you, or you can join Discord and comment in there in the chart bot or wherever, and I can give you a bit of a description in there of what's happening based on your rising sign. So it is general based on your rising. It's not going to be exact for where it's hitting in your chart exactly, but jump in Discord if you're interested and we can see. Otherwise, comment below on this video. So the full moon is all about, as a celebration, completion point. It's releasing, it's letting go, it's endings, and it's an internal pressure, an internal boiling point, basically pushing us to transform or change in some way. It's it triggers our emotions, our internal self, and our environment, and forces us to make change because it's so uncomfortable. So eclipses bring breakdowns, they bring breakthroughs, endings, and letting go as well. They help us to cut cords with unhealthy attachments to things or people that are draining us. So the North Node is in that Taurus energy, is, we're heading towards, new ways of doing finances and relationships and money and agriculture and all that sort of stuff. And I said, if you want more information about the solar eclipse energy and how that's playing out over the next 6 months, and I went through each sign as well, then you can, and that's, it's not more important, but it's part of our destiny, what we should be focusing on and heading towards. This lunar eclipse, this solar, lunar moon energy we're supposed to be releasing and letting go of and moving away from. So you can look back at that video to get exact for your sign and how that will be playing out over the next 6 months. So this lunar eclipse. This lunar eclipse is a total eclipse too, because you can see within 3 degrees here. These luminaries are, so we've got the node, the south node down here, and the moon, and they're at 22 and 25 degrees opposite that sun, causing that full moon, and opposite the north node up there as well. So now the rulers of these eclipses too, and of these nodes over the, this 18-month period, which we're already 6 months through. We already had the first lot of eclipses back in December, and now we're having the second lot now, and we'll have another lot in 6 months time in November. Now the rulers being Taurus. Taurus is currently in Aries, pushing ahead, doing her thing, going after what she wants. And we have the rulers of the south node, which is Pluto, which is down here at 28 degrees, causing a sextile and a trine with this energy, sextile with the moon, a trine with the sun. And then we have this Mars energy here, which is actually in a trine to the moon, and also a sextile with the sun. So it's also conjunct with Neptune here. So we have Neptune and Mars coming together. I think it's like a day after the eclipse, maybe like Tuesday or something, Monday, Tuesday, they come together. And maybe not 56 degrees, 25 plus, it's within a few days, I think, anyway. They come together. So this energy is playing into this eclipse as well, because we've got these sextiles and these trines involved, and it's the rulers of these nodes, so it's very important. So Mars being the ruler, Mars is all about cutting things. It's all about taking action, going after what you want. And Pluto is all about destroying things, transforming things so they can be rebirthed into something new, basically. So we want to focus on this Pluto energy in particular as well, and that Pluto is in retrograde as well, and it's going through its own deep transformation, its own internal rethinking. It's like a regeneration, resurrection of itself. So Pluto here, so talking about Venus and Mars. So Venus and Mars, if you remember, I made a video a few months ago back when in February they conjuncted 3 times. They conjuncted on Valentine's Day at 15 degrees in Capricorn. And this was Venus and Mars coming together to bring people and relationships and projects together that are more in alignment with ourselves, our destiny, and what we're building and working towards for the next 20 years. And a part of that is because the second time they conjuncted in this 1.5 month period, they met at 0 degrees. The second time they conjuncted, they met with Pluto. So Pluto was a big part of this, and that was all about transforming our values around relationships and stepping into the right relationships, and helping us to transform and destroy things that are no longer in alignment with us and all that. So then they made the third conjunction at that 0 degree of Aquarius point, which is where Saturn and Jupiter met in 2020 in December. It was the grand conjunction, the great conjunction that we talked about back then, which was amazing energy, setting us up for the next 20 years, so that in 20 years time, when we finish this cycle, we're going to be able to reap the rewards from what we started back then in December 2020. And now this energy of these eclipses and these nodes and this 18-month period are very heavily tied to that, because of Venus and Mars being involved, and because of what the dance they've been doing the last few months as well. So, all right, so Pluto and Scorpio energy. So it's all about bringing up, the truth to the surface, bringing up any healing that needs to happen within us. So Scorpio energy, Scorpio's water energy, it's fixed energy. So it's like muddy water. It's like stuck water that doesn't want to move or shift, basically. And it's like we go into the deep dark, murky waters within ourselves to basically find the truth and go within and then come out clear from that. Basically, when we leave that, come out rebirthed into something new. That's very much Pluto Scorpio energy. So I'm losing myself here now. I've recorded that second time through, but I'll just let it flow, and whatever I say I end up saying. So Scorpio is all about secrets and power struggles, sex, death, intimacy. It's about our other people's resources and finances. It's about our deep desires that are deep within, and it's our shadow self and it's part of like that is what we need to integrate our shadow self, and not suppress it and keep it buried down, because that's when we react, and that Mars energy comes in, and we are going after things from a ego point of view and a sexual point of view and a hurt point of view, because it's very much about trauma as well. So we're acting from trauma and not from an enlightened state of having, of being in value and having self-worth and confidence within ourselves, which is the Taurus energy. So this Pluto energy, this Pluto and this Scorpio and this, releasing, letting go, energy is all about, of things that are no longer serving us, that are toxic, that are, causing us to not be in our power, and that are, holding us back from moving towards that North Node and towards our destiny and towards having, better, being able to rely on ourselves and not having to rely on others so much, or other people's resources and finances, whatever it is. Being able to support ourselves financially through our skills and abilities and our confidence, and being able to be more resourceful as well, and being more in alignment with what we value and what we want. So Pluto wants us to evolve. Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, that drive, that passion, that sexual energy, that masculinity, the natural instincts of Mars. Pluto is that higher octave of that. Pluto wants us to evolve into the higher state of that Mars energy. So that's where all that can be coming to the surface. And then we've got that Mars energy there, providing that trine, that opportunity with Neptune there for healing, an opportunity to tap more into our spiritual side, into our creativity, and also to see through the delusions and to see through the secrets and all that as well. Neptune is very much about delusions and not seeing things clearly and all that. So this can be an opportunity for us to possibly see things a bit clearer, because it is providing that trine, that opportunity for something. There's an opportunity again to step into our true spiritual truth as well, and away from other people's truths that aren't our own, basically, that aren't in alignment with us. So that Pluto and Capricorn energy has been transforming a certain area of our lives, making us get more serious about our values, our goals, and what we're building and working towards, basically, in that Capricorn energy. It's helping us to destroy and rebuild so that we have a stronger foundation, basically. Now with that square, I haven't mentioned, so also we have a square here with Saturn. So Saturn's creating a square. So Saturn is bringing tension, it's bringing restrictions. Square-like energy is Saturn-like anyway, so it brings obstacles, delays. It's also in a square of the sun, so it's like our energy levels won't be as good. Our vitality, we won't feel as maybe vibrant or have as much energy to go after the things that make us happy, that light us up, all of that as well. And that Saturn is making us get more serious about showing up for only the things we have the time and energy for. It's very much a big thing about time. Saturn's the keeper of time. So showing up for things that we only have time for, and that we can invest and things that we want to invest our time and energy, that are part of our soul purpose and a part of our growth and moving towards our destiny and our future, and what's in alignment with that, and not holding on to things or that aren't that, basically, that are toxic. Okay, so this is where we may see where we need to have stronger boundaries as well, around, you know, certain situations or people where we're giving too much and where we maybe need to say no more. You know, there's a big thing about we need to say yes more, we need to say yes more. Yes, that's great not to have, you know, too many boundaries, but we also need to have certain boundaries in place so that we don't have our energy drained from trying to do too much or give too much away, basically. You know, when we're putting too much energy in certain areas of our life, we don't have enough energy for other areas of our life then that are important to us, that, you know, are part of filling our soul purpose and making us happy. And, you know, that all that Aries energy is very much like, as much as it's selfish, it's driving us towards, you know, doing what's right for us, that's in alignment with our soul and our soul purpose. So that is pretty much the energy of the eclipse. So it's just that releasing, letting go of, yeah, what's no longer serving us in regards to sex, power struggles, intimacy, other people's resources, money, finances, whatever it is that's like where you are not able to be supportive of yourself, basically, and confident within yourself. So that's eclipse energy. So we also have Mercury currently in retrograde, which we all know the Mercury retrograde sort of themes, which is rethink, review, reevaluate, reflect, reset, refocus, reconsider. It's very much a reevaluation going within. So it's always, you know, the advisory things is not to sign any contracts, not to agree to anything, not to start any new projects or anything new. It's a time to reflect and go over old things, or to clear things, or to have a resolution of something, or to clear the energy, or whatever it is, basically. New ideas, new inspiration can come up during this time. And once on the 22nd Mercury shifts into Taurus, then it's going to be very much that reflection on our values and our relationships and our money and finances very much. The retrograde in Gemini, the first part, is more about our thinking and our ideas and our information and our minds and our thought processes and and again, it depends on what area of life that, you know, this is affecting you in your chart. So yeah, so Mercury retrograde, we can have breakdown in communication. We can have breakdowns in electronics with vehicles, anything like that. So it's always good to double check things. And it's a good time to, you know, when we do double check things, we can find mistakes and errors from the past, or, you know, we can bring up things that currently are happening that we can then work on and improve once Mercury goes direct on the 3rd of June. So the sun is also going to move into Gemini on the 20th, which I think is going to be part of this week. Yeah, Friday, Saturday the 20th, depending where you are. So sun in Gemini, so sun is what lights us up, what makes us happy. It's illuminating a certain area of our life or our chart, where the sun is shining its light, where we can have some interest in, where it's giving us some vitality, some energy. So in Gemini, it's chatty, it's social, it likes to share information and learn. It's quick-witted, it's witty and funny and jokester energy, it's trickster energy. It's intellectual, it's adaptable, it's a mutable sign, so it's changeable, it's versatile, all that stuff. It's easygoing, it's really good at communicating with many different people or about many different topics or subjects, but it can be really restless and scattered energy too, where we're monkey mind, overthinking, all of that energy. But it's really good for coming up with new ideas and inspirations for things, basically, and coming up with plans and being able to, you know, write things out and come up some kind of schedule or something in some way where it's like about getting the processes out of our mind and, you know, stepping things out. So yeah, more interest in learning, gathering and sharing of information, connecting, networking, all of those things. And also can be gossipy energy too, so watch out for gossiping. And now the ruler of this sun into Gemini is that Mercury energy. So this energy might feel a bit not as vibrant and have as much we won't have as much energy towards all this necessarily until Mercury goes direct on that 3rd of June. Then we'll really be able to feel that sun in Gemini energy so much more and step into it more and be able to, you know, chat and talk more and get out there and communicate and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, so I hope that gave you some information about the eclipse at least. I Of course, the first video went through way more information. But, you know, I did do a monthly overview with the lovely Midheaven Moonrising. So make sure you watch our May monthly overview. If you didn't, we went into the eclipse as well and spoke about a whole bunch of amazing transits and things going on. So make sure you watch that video. Follow me on Instagram if you're not already, because I do daily posts on there where I go through the planets and what's happening. And I put shorts and reels and stuff like that up on there too. So that can be good if you want more information. Make sure you subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Give it a like, share, whatever you can do to help. As I said, comment in the description below your rising sign if you know it, and I can give you a little bit of information about where this eclipse is hitting in what areas of life it may be affecting you. Otherwise, take care. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. And just remember to be kind and gentle to yourself, because we're going through a really you know, deep emotional time where it can just feel like the emotions and feelings are really heightened and really sensitive, and we just need to, you know, check in with ourselves and try and stay in balance. And if we do have any kind of emotional reactions and stuff like that, it's not to suppress it, but to feel into it and to like try and work through it and see why these things are coming up and try and move them and shift them basically and heal them. It's all about death and rebirth and transformation and healing. Anyway, I've talked enough. Take care. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.